CNN reveals Kamala Harris internals, campaign official shocks with admission. They are basically saying what we've been saying forever now when it comes to Kamala Harris. She's not that confident. She's incompetent. She struggles with authenticity and things like that. And I mean, she comes off as fake, and you can clearly see that. And her nervousness, you can clearly see right through that, especially someone that's trained to pick up on these things from individuals like myself. So we're going to talk a little bit about that. But before we get started, go ahead and hit that like button, share this out so we can get this information out there. Subscribe if you're not already a subscriber, and hit that alarm bell so you know when I'm putting out new stuff. Also, check out my link tree in the description. It has a link to my Patreon. That's where I talk about things that I can't talk about here. There's also a link to my Instagram and my X account where I'm very active on there, especially late at night. I'll be on X. It's like my new favorite platform. Like X is like YouTube used to be back in the day before Google took over. That's why I love X so much. But anyway, I digress. Let's get into this news. Now, this comes from the Red State, from Bunchi, and they report that amid all the quote unquote vibes, vibes, right? You go to vote for someone off of vibes. Come on now. And proclamations of joy, which was so fake. Kamala Harris's campaign isn't going to quit as well as her. Isn't going quite as well as her handlers and the press would have you believe. A new report from CNN is shedding light on where the race stands and casting doubt on Harris's outward show of confidence. Jen O'Malley Dillon, who is Harris's campaign chair, shared internals at a leadership retreat. They painted a picture of uncertainty, with the vice president not having, quote, any one sure path to 270 electoral votes. At a leadership retreat for top aides in Wilmington last week, Jen O'Malley Dillon, the campaign chair hired by Joe Biden and retained by Kamala Harris ticket, like they just recycled all of Joe Biden's stuff, through the battleground states and warned them the vice president still did not have any sure path to 270 electoral votes. Pennsylvania looks rough, though very possible by their internal numbers before the debate. I don't know. I mean, that's why she's going back on fracking and all this other stuff to try to win Pennsylvania, even though we all know that she's really not for fracking. We got tons of videos of her admitting that, and yet she come to people face and lie like you know what I'm saying. So which one is the real Kamala Harris? Is it the one that's for fracking or against fracking? I think the people of Pennsylvania know that she's definitely a leftist, greenist that's against anything like oil and gas, and she is definitely against fracking, even though she's tried to say the contrary. And I think Pennsylvanians are smart enough to realize that, and I don't think she's going to win Pennsylvania. But North Carolina, disappointing Democrats every election for the last 15 years, is feeling better to them this time around than Arizona, which Biden narrowly won 4 years ago. In Arizona, with the illegal immigration and all that stuff going on, I don't think Kamala Harris is going to win Arizona either. And Nevada, which is shocking to me, is in play, and Georgia both seem possible. I think Trump got Georgia, though depending on the poll, can take a lot of squinting. Michigan and Wisconsin are looking like the best of the bunch for Harris, according to campaign internal numbers. Yeah, I think she got Michigan and Wisconsin, the heavily blue states. In my reading of the race, I've long maintained that whoever wins Pennsylvania wins the presidency. That's the same thing I've been saying. Are there technically other paths to 270 for both candidates? Sure, but the likelihood that Harris loses Pennsylvania but wins Georgia, for example, isn't high. Likewise, Trump is very unlikely to win Michigan if he can't carry Pennsylvania. The fact that Harris is looking rough in the all-important state is big news for Republicans. Continuing through the list, North Carolina is a state that always seems close but seems to end up in the GOP column. Arizona and Georgia are leaning towards Trump, and they have been all cycle. On the other hand, Michigan is a state that has trended progressively bluer over the last two elections, and regardless of polling, Harris is favored there. Keep in mind that all of the aforementioned data revealed came from before the debate. So do Harris handlers believe the game has now changed? According to CNN, the answer is no. And even more newsworthy, multiple aides believe that Trump would win if the election were held today. As pumped as Harris aides are about her debate performance earlier this week, they don't think it changed any of that. Yeah, I don't think they changed a single mind with the debate, because she had to have a stellar performance, and her performance was really just nah. And she came off as a condescending mom, the faces she was making, and people got like, even people on the left seeing that ABC was helping her throughout the debate, and didn't like that. So I don't think the debate really hurt Trump, and I don't think it helped. Harris. But that makes for a lot of potential paths to victory based on the current and projected internal data. O'Malley Dillon told them last week, but multiple top aides on Harris' campaign told CNN they fear that if the election were held next Tuesday instead of 8 Tuesdays from now, Trump still would be in a good position to win. That news suggests that Trump's decision to scoff at more debates is the right one. If the game has not changed, why give Harris another chance to change it? The former president's best bet is to forget about striking a knockout blow. That's not going to happen because the country is just too divided. I agree. This is now a turnout-based election, and that should be the focus. Trying to get people up and out their houses and come down to vote. Absolutely. That's what it is. I don't think anything, and barring some October surprise, I don't see anything changing as far as anything major happening in Trump's or Kamala Harris' favor. But y'all let me know what y'all think about this. Leave your comments down below. Like, share, and subscribe, and check out jjthepsychotherapist.com for the latest in news. Until next time, peace.